My name is Kristin, and I won my Tony Award for Featured Actress in a Musical for a show called You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. I had a lot of wonderful ladies in the category with me. Mary Testa and a woman from Fosse and Greta Boston, who was in, I think, Showboat. But, you know, there was so much hype about that I was the favorite that I just pulled back, because it actually made me nauseous to think that I would have a chance at winning. And so that was the kind of build-up that was hard, was just saying, you know, you're the favorite to win, and you never know. I mean, sometimes there's surprises, sometimes things aren't the way people say. So leading up to the Tonys, it was a little stressful just because I didn't know what was going to happen, and I didn't want to assume anything was going to happen. I just wanted to have a good night, which I did. It was an amazing night. I remember sitting, watching New York 1 when they announced the Tony Award nominees for that year. I had decided to get up that morning and watch it. Everybody was saying I should do it. And I was eating my cereal, just having Captain Crunch, pretending like it wasn't going to happen. No expectations, that way you're not hurt if it doesn't happen. And they announced my name, and the bowl just dropped to the floor. Captain Crunch goes everywhere. I was screaming all by myself at like 8:30 in the morning, and then I get a phone call from Jed Bernstein, the president of the league, who says, "Come down here, we want to interview you." So I threw on my clothes and went down there at Sardi's, and they interviewed me. It was just an exciting time. You know, it's been 5 years, and I was so green and naive. I didn't know what to expect. Still don't in a lot of ways, actually, in this business, but it was an amazing honor just to be nominated. And everybody always says that. I mean, yeah, you want to win if you get nominated. Of course you get your hopes up, but just to be invited to the party is the best. And you get to wear a really pretty dress. Since I won the Tony Award, my life has gotten really busy. I don't really have much of a life. I work a lot, but I'm not complaining. That's my choice, and I count myself very lucky to be able to have the opportunities I've had. The Tony Award has given me many opportunities in television. I've done 2 TV movies for ABC. I did the Annie musical that Rob Marshall directed, another Broadway favorite, and also Music Man with Matthew Broderick. I did my own TV show. It was very short-lived, but a great experience. And I did a play on Broadway, Epic Proportions. The thing that I've been most proud of that has blossomed is my concert career. I did an album with Sony Classical. I'm working on my second album, and I've gotten to go around the country and the world singing with orchestras and with my own small combo band. So I've been sort of involved in film, TV, Broadway, and concert, which has kept me very busy. But I'm probably most at home on stage, and many people who know me know that. When I got the Tony Award, I didn't really know where to put it. I called my mom and I said, "Will you keep it for me for a while?" Because it intimidated me. I just didn't want to. I loved it, but I was nervous because I thought, I almost felt undeserving in a way. She kept it for about a year, then she gave it back to me, and I had it on my piano for a long time, and now it's up on a shelf with some other things that mean a lot to me, other awards and just pictures and paraphernalia from other shows that mean a lot to me. So it's in my apartment on a shelf. When I grew up in Oklahoma, I was probably the only person that watched the Tony Awards on my block, because I was the Broadway freak. I have lots of great memories. One of the memories that stands out in my mind that's very special to me is when B.D. Wong won his Tony Award for M. Butterfly. And I was a little girl. He's going to get mad at me for saying that. But I was very young, and I remember thinking, there's something very unique and special about that man. I didn't see his performance or anything on the Tonys. I just saw him win, and I saw his speech and how he said, "I used to be a theater usher. And now I'm standing up here with my Tony Award," and I thought, someday I'd love to meet him. Little did I know that many years later I would be sharing the stage with him in Charlie Brown, and he played Linus to my Sally, and we got very close. So, you know, that's the thing about Broadway. It's a very, very small community in the end, and you never know who you're going to be sharing the stage with the next year, or the next 5 years, or the next 10 years. And hopefully you can take some of those experiences and some of those people along with you, and he's somebody that's still in my life, somebody that I trust and love very much. The night that I won the Tony Award was extremely special, but also very nerve-wracking, because my number was right before my category. And I had said, if I do end up winning, I really don't want to be dressed as a 5-year-old girl. I'd really like to look like an adult lady. And Rosie O'Donnell heard about my plight because the Tony Awards weren't letting me make a costume change. They were worried that since it's live, they were worried that I wouldn't make it. And she called the guy that runs it and said, please, I'll have 5 dressers backstage ready to change her. Please let her do it. So I perform my number. This is probably the scariest 7 minutes of my life. I perform my number. Let's not forget how just stressful that is. Then I run off stage, tearing off my wig. I had about maybe a 10, 14 second change. I'm listening to them say my name along with the other nominees, and they just showed a picture of me. And about that time, my dress, my Sally Brown costume got stuck. BD was backstage, and he said, you turned into somebody I've never seen before. I was like, get the dress off my body. But we finally got it off. I got on my beautiful Hilfiger dress, just enough time to hear. I was literally walking towards the lip of, just in case they call my name, right there by the stage, by the wing, and I never stopped. They called my name, and I just kept going. And then, of course, I didn't plan a speech because I didn't want to assume. I was nervous. I thought probably I wasn't going to win. I talked myself into that. So the only thing I could think to say was, this is the fastest change I've ever made in my life. And it was such a cool thing, because people that now go back and watch the Tonys can count the seconds that I had. And I remember Lawrence Fishburne was standing back there, and he goes, go! He just pushed me. He's like, I called your name. And I just never stopped. And from that point on, it's sort of like a fog. It was still, sometimes I put the Tony Award tape in, I'm like, am I going to win? Do I win? And I win. So I get excited all over again every time I watch the tape.